Hello everybody and welcome back. So here we are for day 3 of this week, which is Western Europe. By now you should know the drill. Go on Google Classroom, go to classwork, click on day 3. You're going to open up your notes document so that you can type in while you watch the video. Remember there are vocab words and questions at the end. And then you are also going to find a copy of the PowerPoint as well as this video once it is finished up here today. Today's lesson is about Western Europe, and these are the countries that are on the continent of Europe and are on the western part. The most important ones are France and Germany, Netherlands and Belgium and Austria are also super important countries. And then we have smaller countries like Switzerland, Luxembourg, and Monaco. So let's dig in. Vocabulary review for this week. We'll talk about economies, industry, and exports again. And new words from today will be knowing the major countries in Western Europe, the term standard of living, and also the European Union, or the EU. Western Europe is famous for its great cities, like Paris, which is the capital of France, Brussels in Belgium, Amsterdam in the Netherlands, Berlin in Germany. So it's a lot of really important famous cities in Western Europe. They also have a lot of famous buildings and places of cultural importance like the Eiffel Tower or the Louvre in Paris. The people of Western Europe are known for having a high standard of living. This term standard of living means the level of comfort, money, and things the average person in a country has. Take all those together and combine them, it means how well are you living or your standard of living. So people in Western Europe typically have a pretty high standard of living. We'll talk about why that is in a bit. The major countries of Western Europe are Germany, France, Belgium, Austria, and the Netherlands. Switzerland, Monaco, and Luxembourg are also a part of Western Europe. We're not going to focus on them too much today. We're going to focus on the major countries. The Rhine River and the Danube River flow through Western Europe. We talked about those a couple weeks ago. And the Alps Mountains are also in the right down here between Switzerland, Austria, Germany, and France. Christianity is the major religion in Western Europe. France would be a Catholic country. Germany is a mostly Protestant country. Netherlands are Protestant. So we talked about how Christianity has differences this week. And if you forgot what those differences are, go back and watch the introduction video for this week's work. The European Union, or the EU, is a group of countries in Europe who agree to work together to better their economies and to make their governments more closely aligned. So they work together for economics and politics. There are 27 countries in the European Union. The United Kingdom recently left, and that's called Brexit. We've talked about Brexit this year in our news videos. And over here on the side, I've linked in a YouTube video that explains the EU if you want more to go more in depth. This video is made before Brexit, so it will state that the UK is a part of the EU, but that's no longer true because Britain left, or so Brexit. The EU was formed after World War I and II destroyed Europe's economy and killed millions of people. And the governments of Europe realized if they don't work together, they're going to have more problems. So to try and stop these big wars from happening, they agreed to share some of the same laws and some of the same money and some of the same travel laws, those kind of things, to make them more integrated. And they thought if they were more intertwined, it would be harder to fight any wars. And so far, this has proven to be true. It's been over 60 years since World War II, and so you can see that it's been working out pretty well for them. The Western European countries of France and Germany are the most important and the biggest in the EU. The EU meets in Brussels, which is the capital city of Belgium. So Western Europe is very much connected to the EU. Germany is our first country to talk about today. You can see the map there and its flag. Germany was not united as a country until 1871. Before that, the area was made up of many small princedoms whose people all spoke German. In 1871, it was connected into what was the German Empire, and then now has become a republic. Berlin is the capital of Germany. After starting and losing both World War I and II, Germany got divided into East and West Germany until 1990. The East part had a communist government, and the West part had a republic. We'll talk about communism more next week when we talk about Russia. But after 1990, they combined together again, and now Germany has been reunified. Germany is a leader in the EU. It has the largest economy in Europe. Germany produces many high-quality things like cars. And you can't, the screen cut this off, but it'll be on your worksheet. So Germany exports steel, ships, cars, and machinery. And remember, an export is a thing that you sell to a different country. France. France is the oldest and largest nation in Western Europe. It is named after a tribe called the Franks, who settled in the area of France after the fall of the Roman Empire in 476 AD. So you can see, super old country. France and Germany have fought many wars over the years. However, today they are now allies and work together in the EU to make Europe better. The capital of France, Paris, is one of the world's most important and beautiful cities. It has a lot of business and a lot of cultural importance there. Like Germany, France is a large economy. France produces high-quality cars, equipment, and clothes. France is also famous for its cheese and its wine. Austria. Austria is a beautiful country known for the Alps Mountains and the Danube River. Austria's capital city, Vienna, has long been a cultural center. You can see a picture of Vienna's skyline with the beautiful churches there. Austria and Germany have a cultural connection as both countries speak the language German. Tourism is Austria's major industry, as many people come to visit its beautiful landscapes and cities. A lot of Austria is within the Alps mountain range, and so people come to visit the Alps because they're beautiful mountains. Belgium. Belgium sits between France and Germany. Belgium is a highly industrialized nation, meaning they make a lot of stuff. They make fine pianos, silverware, and also chocolate, what they're famous for. Belgium also produces metals, coal, clothes, and chemicals. The capital of Belgium is Brussels, and that is also the capital of the EU. So when the EU meets to make new laws for all of Europe, people from France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Italy, Spain, Portugal, they all come into Brussels together to make those laws. The Netherlands is our last one for today. They are famous for land that's been reclaimed from the sea. Their capital is the city of Amsterdam. This is pretty crazy, but 40% or 4/10 or 2/5 of their land used to be underwater in the ocean. And people got that land back from the ocean using engineering. So they built dams, which are called dikes. You can see a picture of a dike right here. And once they had the dike built, they built a windmill next to it, and the turning of the windmill would pump water from behind the dike and drain the land out to make new farmland. So the Netherlands is famous for its windmills because of all the dikes that they have used to pump the water out and to reclaim that land from the sea. They are also famous for their cheese and flowers, especially tulips. People who live in the Netherlands are called the Dutch, and the Dutch also explored America just like the English and the French. In fact, the original name of New York was actually New Amsterdam because the Dutch were the first to settle in what's now the state of New York, and the British came and fought a little small war against the Dutch and took over that territory to make it now New York. So fun fact about history. And that's it for Western Europe. Make sure to do the vocabulary and the questions, and let me know if you have any questions about this week's work. Please get everything done by Friday and turn it in to me when you are finished. Have a great one, everybody.